All right, ladies and gentlemen, look who's back. You might recognize them from a rather epic performance that they gave us on your Feel Good Breakfast Show a little while back. They are just phenomenal, but in today's fast-paced society, I mean, you really don't have much time to make a first impression. That is why we have come up with the perfect way for us to really get to know our music guests. This morning, Anray, Felicity and Lauren-Lee from Woman2Woman join us. So, ladies, thank you very, very much for joining us this morning. You guys are phenomenal. Great to see you again,
Thank
man.
you so much for having us.
Yeah, so before we get into chatting, we want to make sure that you guys are awake, first and foremost. We know that it's early. Right. We have heard the sound checks. You're going to be performing a little bit later on. You guys sound familiar, fantastic. So we've got a series of rapid-fire questions, all right? And you need to answer as many as you can in a minute, all right? So quick thinking. Okay. Are we ready? Are we ready with the clock? Okay, here we go. 3, 2, 1. Movies or books?
Movies.
Sweet or salty?
Sweet. Salty.
Morning person or night owl?
Night owl.
Nice. Favorite word?
I don't know.
You know what I mean?
That's not a word. How do you take your eggs?
Sunny side up.
What?
Grease medley or cha-cha slide?
Cha-cha
Grease
slide.
medley.
Grease.
Cha-cha slide. I'll go with that as well. Fruits or vegetables?
Vegetables.
Oh. Okay.
Most used emoji?
Laugh.
Yeah.
The crying one with the laughing face. That one. Yes.
If not a musician, what else would you be?
Ooh.
I am a beauty therapist. So.
Yeah.
Teacher.
Teacher?
Okay, I am a teacher.
Okay. 70s, 80s or 90s?
90s.
I'm the oldest one.
And that's it. We got to 10. Well done, guys. Well done, yeah. Maybe we can push it a little bit. We'll need two more coffees. I think they will get there. But listen, Woman2Woman, you guys are absolutely amazing. Thank you very much for joining us this morning. So let's quickly talk about that elephant in the room, that performance that made everyone go absolutely crazy online, collectively getting over 30 million views, all right? Let's quickly get a recap as to what that was all about.
Okay, so the...
To the left, to the left. To the left, to the left. To the left, to the left. Everything you own in a box. To the left, in the closet. That's my stuff. Yes, if I bought it, say, don't touch.
Don't touch. Keep telling that miss, that's fine. Could you walk and talk at the same time? And it is my name that is on that mix. So remove your bag so I can call you a cab.
I'm standing in the yard, and he's telling me how I'm such a fool. He's talking me out. I will never ever find a bra like him. Yo, I ain't
Felicity, as we came in, as that clip started playing, Felicity goes like this. She's like, no, I can't believe it. How do you guys feel about that? Did you expect so many people to go online and watch that video? Over 30 million views, ladies.
Not 30 million. Not 30 million. That was just basically done as a promotion for a show that we did. And that was like a 3-minute feature in a 2-hour show. So,
And everyone went crazy about it. So,
And it's incredible. It is incredible what happened. And we had it live. We saw it the first time here on your Feel Good Breakfast Show.
I think you guys also had a shock.
We did. But you know what? I think a lot of people, looked at this video and they had good things to say, and there was also a lot of bad things to say about it. A lot of negative comments and thinking, how can you kind of like do that, to a big song like that? How do you guys take that? I mean, how do you deal with the negative comments from that video? What would you say to people?
Okay, to be honest, we like personally, I didn't like really look into it because I'm a very sensitive person. So I was like, you know what? I'll just look over it, but that's just me.
Yeah, we didn't focus too much on the negative because it was never meant to be anything negative. It was just us having fun and deciding this is Beyonce, how she sings it, but I'm from Cape Town and this is how I want to do it. And if you're from Joburg or Durban, it's how you would do it. Yes,
and that
was all it was about.
We were quite specific because it was a Cape Flats rendition. It wasn't a Cape Town rendition. So, it's like, no, you guys are misrepresenting Cape Town. We're not representing Cape Town. We're like the lowest common denominator of the Cape Flats. That is who. How would she say
Stop.
Yeah.
Leave.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, but I mean, you brought it, and so much flavour in that performance as well. But on the positive side, it caused you guys to focus on bullying from that video, and you're putting that under the spotlight. So what is this all about? You've got this campaign going.
We are part of Kids to Kids. So the whole thing came about when we did an interview with Swirl magazine. And then that's when we found out that a girl was being bullied at school. And then
they used the song.
The song, yeah.
They would play it when she walks down the corridor
Sing
at
it
school.
and,
So she hated the song, and we were just like, it's not about that, and we cannot allow that. Yeah.
It made us so emotional in our interview with the lady. Like really, there was like a moment of silence because we couldn't believe that they actually did that. So then we decided to be part of Kids to Kids, the anti-bullying campaign.
So what would your message be to kids out there, to bullies out there with regards to this issue? Because it is also something that sits very close to my heart, being a dad of two beautiful boys as well. So what would you pass on? What is that positive message?
I would say stop lungs.
Stop links.
You know what? It is just all about knowing who you are, believing in who you are. And I know, obviously, when you're so young, it's very difficult because you're still finding your feet. But just stay true to that person inside. And bullies, you know what? Just tell us what your actual problem is. Because it's definitely not that person that you bully. You know, that's how I feel about it.
I would agree.
Yeah, exactly
Awesome.
that.
Ladies, thank you very, very much for joining us. And thank you for the work that you guys are doing, man. You guys are phenomenal. We can't wait to hear your performance, man. It's going to be amazing. So you go warm up, have a sip of coffee. We're going to be back with Woman2Woman in just a little bit for an epic performance on your Feel Good Breakfast Show.